everyone, what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in to this channel, Purusha Intuitive. I am Deborah, and I am the founder of Purusha Holistic Wellness. It is all about whole body healing, mind, body, and soul. And that is why we do daily readings. So I found a lot of value in divination, i.e. tarot, oracle, runes, mediumship. There's a lot of value to the messages that comes through, whether you regard that as spirit, universe, God, however you understand it. And it is such an awesome form of connecting to our inner selves. So we're going to take a look at what the energy is for you, your situation, what you're going through. These are general readings, general collective. So just make sure that if the message doesn't resonate with you, then it's not meant for you. But if it does, definitely take what kind of feels right for you and make decisions accordingly. All right, so with that said, let's get going for the day. Overarching energy, highest and best. This is a timeless reading. It doesn't matter when you watch it. I don't know if I said that, but just to reiterate, I guess, right? All right. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. So finding a purpose, really connecting with, what we're here for, right? Like what this life is all about. Connecting with that part of ourselves is really kind of instilling that passion. I feel like, there is a lot going on, right? There's any time in life we're trying to connect with like who we authentically are, figure that out. We kind of do have to try out a lot of different things, Some people are blessed to know right out of the womb, but for most of us, right, it takes some time. It takes kind of working through things and figuring out where we really connect. I love that. Purpose, variety, and panacea, which is basically like the connection to the infinite in a lot of ways. How can we navigate, the different challenges that come into play? Or, when we're not really connecting with our life, with our purpose, sometimes it can be really challenging to, find that fire, that internal inspiration, the motivation, the drive, etc. And I feel like, this energy really talks to me about how, it's working through the obstacles. I feel like you are really digging deep, finding that purpose, finding what you connect with, finding how you want your life to play out, etc. It is hard, like I said, when there are a lot of options. What you're kind of dealing with is like, that says this element of failure, right? It's the places where you've put in a lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it feels like, things have just kind of fallen apart. And that stems back to, aligning with that life purpose, with your dharma, whatever resonates for you. We have to know how to work with the challenges, with the failures that represent in our life. So that we can be inspired to move through, like learn the lesson, finding that way to really carry it with us, to understand this is the value of what it is bringing into my life, but then also finding ways to, finding ways to like work around it, work through it, get creative with what with what you're building. You might be dealing, someone, and this, someone's made a big fat mess. And this is not your energy. This is someone outside of you. This is someone who didn't know what they are doing. And like, honestly, It's like all falling apart right now. It's all falling apart, and you can see this. I feel like it is forcing you to kind of withdraw, remove yourself, go within. Daughter of Pentacles is, you know, there is this, I feel this element of like self-protecting, because again, there is this focus on like what you're building. So you're trying to stay really grounded within yourself, even though there's chaos around you in this situation. You know, this feels like this is not as much involving you. It might feel like it involves you, but I get the sense that it's not really to deal with you. Like the chaos might be disappointing, it might be frustrating, but in the long run, you know, whatever is kind of protecting you from this situation is actually, it's a blessing in disguise. Because you're, pardon? Oh gosh, butterfingers. You are getting this really like grounded energy. You're working from a place of wisdom, of intention. It's bringing in blessing. It's bringing in fortune. And this might be really like messing with this person, you know? I mean, look at this dude. I get this feeling of just like, almost like they don't really want to look and see what's going on. The way he's kind of bringing his hat, to cover his eyes. It's almost like that distress, like someone who's just like, you know, putting their heads in their hand, or their head. Well, maybe it's a Freudian slip. Maybe they can be a little dualistic. But, you know, like, just what did I do? You know, they created a whole disaster. And for you, it looks like you're definitely thriving, right? Like, you're moving through this. You're finding some grounding, some footing. And you've learned a lot from this situation. It's actually helped align you with your purpose that much more. This could have been someone that you wanted to be connected with, or wanted to be connected with you. Maybe you are turning them away now. Maybe your focus has been on your own life and this person has been out of the picture. And that's what you want. I feel like you want to move forward. They want to come back to you. That's the dance. And they see this very, very clearly now. Maybe in a way that they hadn't seen before. And that's probably why I'm getting this element of a lot of distress, frustration with their choices, with what they kind of, you know, with how they handled it. And you know this. Like, I feel like even if you haven't had a conversation, a face-to-face with them, it's like instinctually, this mother of water, she knows what's up. She can feel all of it. She can sense all of it. She can see it, you know? The King of Wands can sometimes like barrel ahead, not even looking at what is around him. Like, it's fire energy, it's action oriented, it's pushing forward, making it happen. Yeah. But for you, it's like, you know, you've been looking at this situation kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do? If this is how you're handling things, if this is what you're saying, if you're avoiding me, if you know, don't want to have a conversation, then what can I do? You know, Father of Air is very decisive. And it's moving from this place of, you know what? Like, life is crazy, it's messy, but I'm going to ground myself and I'm going to go after what I want, what actually is my wish fulfillment. So, yeah, I mean, but they just, they won't acknowledge. There's someone, honestly, there's another party coming up. So this person, this situation that you're dealing with, someone else is blocking the energy. So if it's a relationship, you know, it feels like This person does want to reach out to you, does want to connect with you, but there's a third party, someone else kind of feeding, talking to them, whispering in their ear, so to speak. It could be an older woman, you know. It could be a grandma, your mother, your grandparent, their grandparent. It's a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a woman per se, but feminine energy is just someone who has more of that stability, nurturing qualities, etc. And I feel like they have fed a lot of things into this person's mind that's making them feel afraid, that's withholding. This could be trauma that this other person has with this individual, and so it's made them very afraid. They self-protect. And you're like, see ya. Peace out, bitches. You know, for you, I mean, I feel like whatever this connection is between you two, you're not really interested in going back. You don't really, like, whatever divide has happened, the disconnect, you're not really, you know, you're both kind of focused on your own wants and needs. And I feel like because this person really, or this situation really hasn't shown you like, hey, I'm interested in this, I want to connect, I want, you know, something with you, etc. It's, you know, there's no talking, there's no connection, and you're basically doing your own thing. They are seeing how, you know, the choices that they've made have led to this. You know, they're what really was happy, what made them feel connected to life, what helped them feel fulfilled and like life had purpose was with you, you know. And they're seeing this, that like some of their tendencies to kind of like escape the issue, escape the relationship, escape the partnership, the connection that you guys had, it's becoming that mirror. It's a wake-up call for them right now today, for sure. Essentially, specifically, I should say. You know, I mean, because you're not really putting energy into it anymore. This person might be coming towards you. They might be having a conversation with you. It definitely feels like they are not expecting the response that you give them. Because you're looking for, you know, you're basically like, hey, I'm not putting time, energy into the BS anymore. I'm actually going to go for what truly does connect with me, what is truly in alignment with me. Connecting with friends, those who love you, those who value you, etc. And you're actually making plans in order to make that happen. Because it's grounding you, it's giving you that stability. And I feel like you haven't really had like a lot of stability with this person. They did drop the ball 100%, and they're definitely feeling that in the aftermath. You know, but to me it kind of reminds me of the natural order of things, right? Like, some people are meant for learning lessons, situations, etc. They're not necessarily meant to stay long term. And this is a lot. Okay. So the universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. So when we are consistently putting our time, our energy to what doesn't serve us, then it is going to limit us. My relationships are supposed to feel good. That's like a fundamental thing we all forget, right? Like, our relationships are supposed to feel good and nurturing and supportive. That is healthy dynamic. But when there is manipulation, control, conditional love, that's when it's not necessarily for our highest and best. And there might have been a lot of back and forth in this. I came as extension of source energy. So we have to remind that ourselves that the only way we can move out of situations, move through situations, is becoming more in alignment with ourselves. And that's exactly what it looks like you're doing through this whole process. I don't feel like this person is ready for that. I don't think that they've done the same kind of work that you have. There is a little bit of a disconnect, and it's definitely going to be a wake-up call for them, when you guys have this kind of conversation. So I'm sending a lot of love and blessings as you're navigating it. It looks like you're not really paying attention to the BS. They might try to get your attention, sending you messages, whatever, DMs, kind of like getting into your world, into your environment, etc. I don't really see you kind of paying attention to it, though. I see you kind of doing your own thing. So it doesn't look like it's going to throw you off too much, but it does also look like this was someone that you were close with or had some type of connection with. So I'm sending lots of love and blessings, hoping that the situation works out smoothly for the highest and best for everyone involved. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, definitely give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Let's grow and build the community. If you're interested in personal services, definitely check out what I offer in the description box below. Tune in. I drop content every day. Would love to have you come connect. Thanks so much for your time and energy. Lots of love and blessings today. Thank you.